Everyone, and welcome to your magic month of March. My name is Katie, and this is Karen. Say hello, Karen.
Hello, everybody.
And we're really, really excited to be here. This show is a really quick and easy way to access all sorts of information, guidance, tips, and tools to make your month magical. And March is such a mega, mega, mega cosmic month. We're really, really excited about it. And how we like to start our magic month is just to connect everybody, because even though you're listening at home, you're now part of the group. Even if you're listening to the recording of this, you're going to be held in the energy of it. And so Karen is going to do an opening meditation, so I'm going to pass over to her now.
Thank you, Katie. Hello, everybody. We're so happy you're here. We're really excited to be doing this second magic month for you. And before we even go any further, can I just ask anybody to write in and let us know that you can hear us okay? The technicalities seem to be okay at the moment, but you know, these things are never quite 100%. So if we could just ask anybody to write in and let us know that they can hear us, that would be really great. So until we get that, I know we'll always have a little bit of a delay. I think I'm just going to ask Katie and find out how your new moon was for you.
Oh, my new moon was so gorgeous. We did this, I did a circle in London, and as we discussed in the last magic month, the moon was the opening of the gateway that we're now in, and there was this huge goddess energy coming in with the solar eclipse. So I did a goddess circle, and it was just divine. Like, it was so powerful. The goddesses that came were so connected, and we just went on this journey through kind of our relationship with our mothers, with our relationship with motherhood, the way that the mother energy evolves within us and happens within us, because even if you're not a mother, you still have tendencies and ways of mothering and things like that. And so it was just this like amazing journey. Afterwards, we were all a bit like, whoa, what just happened? But it was very, very, very cosmic and beautiful, and the goddess energy is so gorgeous, and it was such a lovely, lovely ceremony. What did you do, Karen?
Well, I did a little bit of a ceremony, which was beautiful. And one thing that I thought was really exciting and interesting is that you remember you were talking about the white water. Well, obviously you remember, because you know, you told us all about that.
Yeah.
And on the day of the new moon, and I understand subsequently that we are far from unique, it happened in lots of places, the heavens opened so totally, it was almost biblical. And I just laughed. It was in the middle of the night, about 1:30 in the morning, and it just went whoosh. And so this would have been Tuesday to Wednesday, and on Sunday I still saw so many flooded fields, that looked like lakes, mini lakes. It was extraordinary. So are we okay? Are we on?
We are totally okay. People can hear. So
okay, we have a message. Excellent.
And if at any point, if anybody just wants to write any questions, or if anything goes wrong technically, this is live, so it's not always polished.
Yeah, sorry.
Just drop in questions, use the chat box to type anything that you want to know, anything you want to say, anything what you want to share, and we will do our best to share your comments and to answer your questions. And yeah, just work with us here. Over to you, Karen.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you to everybody, TD, Maxine, and everybody who's written in saying that you can hear us. And so we're going to go off camera for a moment so that we can do our meditation. If you're driving, if you're doing anything that is dangerous, or heavy machinery, or cooking something hot, please do not close your eyes and do this. Just follow us in your spirit. But other than that, Katie, if we can just have our beautiful photo, and we will just close our eyes now. Okay, everybody, just close your eyes, get comfortable. If you're in a safe place, take a nice deep breath and just arrive here in this space, in this safe, sacred space that we have created just for this purpose, just for you and us to get together and share. So if you take a nice breath in, following the breath as it goes in through your nostrils, down the back of your throat and into your heart space. Breathing out and taking another breath in. And now allow your awareness to travel up from your crown chakra or the top of your head, and just allow your awareness to travel up until you feel that you meet with the light, and allow this light to travel down again through the top of your head, through the top chakras and into your heart space. And allow this awareness to now travel down through your lower chakras. If you're not familiar with chakras, don't worry. Just allow your awareness to go through your feet to the crust of the earth, through all the layers of the earth, and into the very center, the crystalline center of the earth. And now allow the energy from the crystalline center to travel back, which it can do at the speed of light. And already it has arrived in your heart space with your intention. Taking a breath in, allowing these two energies, the energy from above and below, to meet and mingle. And with your breath and intention, allowing this energy now to get brighter and stronger and more powerful, filling your whole heart space with this beautiful, clear energy. And now allow this beautiful, clear energy to connect you with this circle of all the people that are here on this call now. So let the energy from your heart space travel now out from the front of your heart like a beam of golden silvery light out the front of your heart, and just intend for it to connect with the person that is nearest to you. Intend for that to happen now. And now intend for that energy to move on to the next person, and to the next person after that, and to the next person after that. And again, like the speed of light, it can connect as quickly as you allow it, as quickly as you intend it, to every single person in this circle, and allow the light to come back to you now. And now we're going to connect on an even deeper level. And this is that you now allow this energy to come out from the front of your heart space, and allow it to come back to you through the back of your heart space. And visualize how you connect with every person in this way. That means we are all connected by the figure of 8. Just sense for a moment this deep connection, this community, this sitting in circle. And send your intention out to all of us and to yourself to get what you need, what you want out of this time together. To hear the message that you need to hear, that will take you just that little bit further on your path. And now intend for this energy to reach everybody who will be on the replay. There is no time and space, there is only now. And we are all now connected by our intention. Just take another couple of nice breaths in and just sense that feeling of expansion, of togetherness, of being right here and right now. And when you're ready, come back into the room, open your eyes, and we're back with Katie.
Thank you so much, Karen. That was beautiful. I could have stayed there. I love the energy coming back in through the back of your heart. It really, really felt very, very expansive. We'd love to hear from any of you, by the way, about what you did for the moon, for the Moon Gateway, or what you've been doing this month to connect to the mega energies of March. And it is a really, really mega month.
Katie, your camera is still off.
My camera's still off?
Yes.
It's not off my end.
Oh, we can't see you. I can't see you.
Guys, if you could let us know if you can see us or not.
Now I can see you.
Okay.
It may have been my end, so I apologize. Sorry, over back to you, Katie.
We don't pretend to be technical geniuses, that's for sure. So the yay, we can be seen. That's brilliant. Thank you, Jessica. And thank you everyone can see us. Yay. So yeah, we're in a mega month. We're in what my guides call an ascension month, and we're in this gateway of a time of ascension, where basically it was opened on the solar eclipse, and it will be closed on the lunar eclipse at the full moon. And basically during this gateway, which also happens over the equinox, we're just being flooded with X-wave energy. And you know, my guides go on about X-wave energy, as does lots and lots of other people that are channeling at the moment. And I've actually never really asked what X-wave energy is. And so today I was like, I'm going to find out what it actually means. And they were like, extraterrestrial. And so it just means that loads of star being energy, loads of higher dimensional energy is coming down. And what they said is it's like a wave of light information that comes through our consciousness and down into certain crystal grids within the earth. And this consciousness wave gives us an opportunity to receive light information, to awaken any sleeping consciousness we have, and to clear any energy. It's on a bigger level, it's doing stuff for Gaia, for Mother Earth as well, but it's basically a gateway of higher vibrational opportunity to raise your vibration, basically. To receive light, to receive information, to make changes, to make shifts. And so it's a very, very exciting time. We had it last March, but it can also be a very difficult time. It can be very manic. I always feel the energy when these waves are here as being quite manic. And so it's really important that you ground yourself. This light energy also brings stuff that is not off service up. So it can be quite dramatic, quite turbulent. but it's all happening very, very fast, because it's like we're on fast forward when these waves of energy are happening, and so it can be a bit overwhelming. And if anybody has questions about this, do type them in. Karen, you've got loads of really good techniques for how to work with this energy, don't you?
Thank you. Yes, yeah, and I'd like to share some of those. So yes, this is an amazing time at the moment. And I think the energies are so strong that I know from quite a few of my clients, myself included, by the way, not that I'm my own client, that the manifesting powers at the moment are so strong, and we can really go out with clear intention now to get what we want. As Katie said, though, it can also be a time where we feel that we're ungrounded, where we feel uncertain, and where emotions come up that overtake us. Maybe emotions that you feel that you've dealt with, maybe stuff that you've dealt with a long time ago. Maybe suddenly people come to mind that hurt you, that disappointed you. Maybe there are doubts that come up. Doubts that are the old doubts that you used to have, that you can't have in your life what you want, that it's all just too much. So what I'd like to do is, just because it's also so much going on, and there are a lot of things that you could do, what I like to do, though, is share some things that are so easy and so quick and so simple, that work really, really quickly, that there is no reason why you can't do that. You could do that sitting on the bus, or you could do it sitting on the loo, or going for a walk, or in between, I know, taking dishes out of the dishwasher. So first things first, easiest one for everybody, and I recommend that you could do this on your own, of course, but you can also easily do it with a partner, and you can do this for children. It's called the ESR, not EFT, ESR, emotional stress release. Easy peasy. So what you do is you find on your forehead, if you go across very gently, you'll find two places that are a little bit like protrusions. Like if you had horns, that's where they would be. So there'd be usually one over here and one over there. So you can take your thumb and your two fingers and put your thumb on one and your two fingers on the other. If you can't find it, if you think this is all just too complicated, don't worry about it. You could just put your whole hand on it. And now, of course, you recognize it, because that's what we do when something happens. We go, oh, no, that's instinctual. Happily, we know how to do it instinctually. Why is this important? These are what we call neurovascular points. So by touching them, we bring blood to the front of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, which is our conscious mind. Now, if you want to do this really well, you also put your hand at the back of your neck, at the bottom of the skull, which is, of course, where the old brain, the reptilian brain, resides. So if you do this at the same time, and as I say, this is beautiful to do with children as well, you put your two fingers here. If you do it with the fingers rather than with the hand, you get much more sensitivity. And I explain why that's important. So you put very gently, this is not a pressure thing, this is a very gentle touch where you literally, your fingers just touch the surface of the skin. That's all that needs to happen. And as you're allowing this to happen, go through in your mind anything that bothers you. So say, for example, you drove the car, somebody cut you up, you're still annoyed about it, the boss shouted at you, you were late for an important meeting, whatever it is, your kids come home from school, they had a fight, their homework didn't go very well, whatever it may be. You now, holding it as we do, you now think back step by step through all those scenarios, step by step, thinking what happened. So I walked out the door, I bumped into the neighbor said something unpleasant to me, I felt this sensation in my body. And as you're going through this, your body remembers it. And now, and here's where the magic happens, releases the emotional stress related to it. Hence, emotional stress relief. Now, this is so powerful that it has even helped people with phobias. So don't think, because this is easy and simple to do, that it doesn't have incredible power. It does, because we're accessing now the two parts of the brain, but rather than left or right, we're using front and back. So we're using memory, we're using the present, we're using the reptilian brain, we're using the prefrontal cortex, which is your conscious mind, as I say, decision-making mind. So, and of course the mind that can say, well, that doesn't make any sense, that emotion. So all of that in this simple thing. Why do you can also use this when you have something that comes up that stresses you out. So for example, you have an interview, or you act to friends if you have an audition, or if you have a school test or anything else that might stress you. Using the same technique, you go through it step by step, what it's going to be like as you're traveling. We also call it in coaching segment intending, so that's slightly different, but you can use that. And my coaching clients that are listening will recognize this. You can do the segment intending whilst you're holding this, and you're going to take all the stress out of the scenario. And so you can be really present and really get the most out of the situation. So does that make sense? Katie, what do you think so far?
Oh, I love it, Karen. Like, I love simple things, you know. We don't have time to do big things.
Yeah.
In the stressful moments of our lives. Yeah. And so it's so brilliant when you have something that you can just do that, and as soon as I did it, I felt like,
just let's go, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. What did you guys feel?
Yeah, I've just
gave me a rush of energy, woke me up.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, great. It's so brilliant. It really gets your brain moving again, and it allows that energy to go. And it's just so simple. And if you spend a little bit of time with that, a few minutes, so not long, but if you spend a little bit of time with that with somebody else, if a friend comes to you and a friend is really upset, or your partner, or whoever, your child, as I say, you can just do this. And you can do this whilst allowing them to speak and telling you what the problem was. And you'll find, like magic, it will just dissipate. And then afterwards they'll think, well, what was the fuss about? Magic. Okay, next thing is really easy peasy. Again, we love easy peasy today. So meridians get out of sync very easily, and of course with the energies being so all over the place, the meridians will be all over the place. So you find kidney 27. Those of you who know where it is, fantastic. Those of you who don't, you go underneath the collarbone. You just travel with your hand underneath the collarbone and go to where the soft pit is, which is basically where the collarbone meets the sternum. So in that place is where kidney 27, which is the last point of the kidney meridian. And if you tap that, just like that, tap, 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 you will find that all your meridians start to come back into balance. It's magical. It's like the central switch. It's like, oh, okay, I want to be back on again. So something takes you out of alignment, tap, 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 and it will get you back into alignment. I'm going to just stop tapping, otherwise my voice keeps going funny. So that's kidney 27. Again, easy peasy.
And Karen, can I just say there that the equinox is all about balance. The whole of nature is balancing. Day and night is equal on the equinox. And so everything that's out of balance in your life is going to be coming up to be rebalanced. So it's not that we're being punished or that things are going bad for no reason. It's they're coming up to be shown to us so we can correct them. So I think that exercise, especially for this weekend, is so useful.
And it's so simple. You can stand in the shower, do this quickly. You can make it a habit every morning. You can jump in the shower, you quickly tap kidney 27, done. It's so easy, and you can do it throughout the day.
We have a question, Karen. How does one become aware of feeling unbalanced?
Oh, I think when you are, you know it. So what happens? All kinds of things can happen. For example, you will react in an unnatural way. Small things happen. So a balanced person can handle all kinds of things. So somebody pushes in front of you at the supermarket, and you go like, oh, well, I've done that once or twice before, and you don't sort of go like, you know, we all do at times, because we're stressed. We're in that moment of competition, of, you know, I have to fight my corner, all this kind of thing. Whereas when you're in balance, you can see that in somebody else. You recognize that you've been there and you've done it. You just let it go. You know, obviously you're in a hurry. Why don't you go ahead? You know, or you snap at somebody, and it's just, it tends to be out of proportion. That means what it is out of balance. So maybe you're getting too angry about something or too tearful about something. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of ways to find out, but you'll know when you're out of balance. And if you don't know, get somebody close to you to watch out for it, and then say, let me just tap your kidney 27 for you. Good.
And I think we can always be more balanced. I think balance is a good thing to aim towards. And this equinox, so this equinox gateway is ending on the lunar eclipse on the full moon in Libra, which is the scales. It's all about balance, actually. It's a really good theme for this equinox. So also just look, I mean, balance can also be like where you're spending your time. You know, are you fulfilling? If you're feeling fulfilled in every area of your life, then you're completely in balance. And if you are, please let me know how you're doing it, because I think often it shows up in how we're spending our time as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I think our lives are set up to get us out of balance. I mean, I just can't see anybody being perfectly in balance. You know, if you're sitting up in a cave in the Himalayas and nobody ever comes by, you can probably be in perfect balance pretty much all of the time. But when you're living down here, I think being out of balance is just normal. So the more easy, simple things we can find to get ourselves back into balance and get to what I've discovered in myself many years ago now, that I was really quite surprised when I looked at what I was aiming for in my life, above all, was inner peace, which is effectively also balance. So I now, when, you know, if we can aim for that in all the different things that we do, whether it's meditation and yoga and whatever. So I have quite a few more, but I don't want to be too long here. So I think, looking at the time, I'm just going to go to a couple simple ones more. So this next one here, well, you could call it a full breath if you like. It's a Qigong exercise, but it, you know, it comes from so many different traditions, and everybody I do it with loves it. But one of my clients said, "Oh my God, this is as good as diazepam." In other words, if you can get to the same place with this technique and not take drugs, whoa, what's not to like? So all you do is, if you could just follow me, Katie, you breathe in through your nose. No, just straightforward. We're not going to do the other one at the moment. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. And when you think you've finished with the out breath completely, blow out the rest through your mouth. And you will find that there is so much more air in there than you thought, because you thought you finished with the out breath, right? So I'm just going to do that with you. And if everybody who's on the call could also do this, if you have kids around, please ask the kids to join in, because it's a great thing to do. So you breathe in and out. Now that I just did that with everybody, that just brought me right back to center. Katie, how does that for you?
Just great. And I can feel it happen with everybody. Like, I'm tuning into all of you and I could just feel this kind of like, oh,
right? Isn't that incredible? I just think it's the simplest thing, just a bit more extra. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? So easy. So I hope everybody else really enjoyed that. And I'll just do one final one. I'm not going to do the other one, but I do one final one, which is the heart breath. And a lot of people say that they can't do that because it's visualizing breathing through your hands, but you can. And when you do, you will find it is incredible. So again, Katie, I would ask you to just join in. So you put your left hand on your heart space. You put your right hand on top. You take a breath in through your nose. And now breathe out, visualizing the out breath through your hands coming out. And now visualize the in breath through your hands back into your heart. And now just simply stay in that place, breathing in and out only through your hands. And how was that?
Oh, that was gorgeous, Karen.
It is extraordinary that if you do it for a while, we did it obviously for a short time, we're just doing it for demonstration. But if you do this for a short while, you will then absolutely believe, it feels so clear to you that you are actually breathing through your hands straight into your heart. It is the most extraordinary feeling, and it just is, and expands your heart space to such a sense of, I don't know, love for everybody and joy, and just, it's just beautiful. Did we have anybody writing in about that?
Yeah, we've had Kat said, my heart started to ache. Is that the way it has to be?
Oh, good, good. Well, if it started to ache, please continue with the breath, because you're starting to release, and just keep on breathing through it, because, and just letting it be. Don't go into resistance. And I would even ask, if you can, not to try and analyze it either, but just to allow it to come up. And as you're allowing it to come up, it will eventually just dissipate. It may take a few extra breaths, but it will dissipate. And of course, that is the blessing, as Katie said, that's the blessing of this time. So I think that's beautiful. Beautiful. Would you agree with that, Katie?
Yeah, I think, you know, the kind of more work I do for myself, and it is ongoing, it never ends, I promise. The more work I do for myself, the more I realize, the more happy I am to welcome up whatever's coming up, no matter how painful it is, even if I don't understand it, the quicker it goes. And it's only coming up to be acknowledged so that it can go, so that it can leave me, because I don't need it anymore, basically.
And actually, and on that note, I just want to quickly say, what could come up is old pain to do with the heart. I mean, we can truly have a broken heart. Our heart will sense every pain, every injury that has ever been done to it. And here's the thing, and we will go in future sessions, and in all the work that we do, we go into the memory that we hold in our bodies, the memory that we hold in our cells. These are real. These are not just made up ideas. They're real. We can even find them. We can go in with microscopes, and we can find that there are structures in there. It's the most extraordinary. So the emotional memories are held. Nothing is ever forgotten. And by the way, in kinesiology, we also find that no injury, physical injury on the body, is ever forgotten by the body. Everything is stored. So when in kinesiology, we have amazing techniques to allow stored memories of injuries to release, and magical things can happen. So this is real. So when it comes up, the emotional thing, that's why I say don't even bother analyzing it. Don't think, oh, it was because Uncle Harry said something nasty to me when I was 5 years old or whatever. It's not necessary to know it. It's not necessary to analyze it. It's not necessary to understand it. What it is necessary is to feel it and allow it to dissipate and to go. And then you will be rid of it. So it's just a memory. It's not something that's ongoing. You're way past it, but it's still there. Right. So because of the time, I'm going to close here. I will just say two more things because of the emotional thing being so big at the moment, and because balance is so big. We were talking last session about acid alkaline. So I'm just going to add, because it's so important, if you're acidic, your emotional state cannot be in balance. It's not possible. You will be angry, you will be acidic, you will be grumpy, you will be grouchy, you will be whatever, unpleasant. So one of the really fantastic things to do is to have some good quality still water and put a couple of tablespoons, if you can bear it, starting off slower if you can't, of organic apple cider vinegar. It's the best thing to do. It really alkalizes the body. And if you've been naughty, and I don't want to give you carte blanche here, but if you've been naughty and you had some sweeties or you've eaten something that you shouldn't have, you can really help yourself by making up, by doing this, drinking the apple cider vinegar. And this works for everybody. For some people, this citrus doesn't work so well, but if you're okay with citrus, then half a lemon or half a lime squeezed into water can also alkalize you. And if you want to, and if you really want to rehydrate your body, put a half a teaspoon or quarter of a teaspoon of high quality salt. Please don't use cheap table salt ever, anyway. But get some, Celtic salt or, a good high quality sea salt. No fluoridation in the salt or anything like that. Please don't start going in for that rubbish. And just put that into your water, and that is like electrolytes. So now it will really hydrate your body, because sometimes what happens is people drink lots of water and it comes straight out again. It's because it has nothing to hold on to. So if you put some salt in there, it has something to cling on to, and it will rehydrate your body. So I think I'm well and truly over time, so I hand back to you, Katie.
One of the lovely people that's listening has just said many of our wounds need time to help, need time and help to heal. And yes, that's totally true. We are not saying that some things can heal instantly. Well, we're saying some things can heal instantly. Other things, I always see them as layers. But even if you're feeling pain and it's a deep, deep wound that may need sometimes years of work, some wounds do, every time you're allowing that pain to be and not resisting it, you're allowing a layer to peel away. And sometimes emotions just want to be heard. I do a lot of work with where I get people to actually ask their emotions what it is that they want to say. And you'd be surprised at how quickly some things can heal if they're just given a voice. We live in this culture where like emotion and pain is not a good thing and we shouldn't have it. And so we tend to resist it as opposed to listen to it. And sometimes that is all that is needed. And so I think it really depends on the wound. It depends on the pain. But, always worth embracing it coming up, because it's coming up to the surface because it's ready to heal. That's the other thing as well, especially in meditation. Especially if you're in meditation and it comes up, it means that it's ready to come up because you're in sacred space with yourself. So I hope that's answered that question. Talking of shadow work, as well as having this amazing gateway between the two moons and the equinox this month, we also have Easter so early. To have it in March, it's so early. Even the schools aren't having Easter holidays during Easter because it's so early. And wow. Karen, you look shocked.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm never aware. The only time I know that it's Easter that it's holidays when the traffic suddenly goes away.
So it's Easter this month, and to me, you know, Easter's got this, obviously it's got this energy of death and rebirth, but it's also about becoming more unlimited. And so a lot of your limitations, a lot of your belief, I always work with belief systems around Easter time. So notice what belief systems are underneath those emotions. And also notice what belief systems are manifesting in your life. If you want to know your belief systems, all you need to do is look at your life, look at what you're manifesting and what your reality is at the moment. And whatever's there will be showing you what belief systems you have. And if you're not happy with it, you can change it. And from Easter, so Easter is a big time for clearing. This whole month is a big time for clearing. And then we go into this really magical time between the equinox and Easter and the summer solstice, where my guides say lots of rainbow portals are opening. And these rainbow portals, they just have this, I've worked with them before, that they have this amazing kind of earth magic, crystal-like, bouncy, fairy-esque energy to them. And so it's really a time for manifesting, for blooming, for opening. And yeah, it's a really, really magical time, April and May. And it's also a time of reconnecting to the light, reconnecting to the past. It's quite an epic time that this gateway is opening into. Karen, any questions? Anybody else have any questions as well?
Well, we've got some interesting things coming up. Talking about that, is this a good time for you to just mention? I know you've got a most magical thing coming up in Ibiza.
Yeah, I do. In May, and I'm really excited now. I've had this news about the Rainbow Portal. I'm doing a light worker journey to Ibiza, and we go to Ibiza with people every year we will be for a period of time. And Ibiza is just the most amazing place. It's Ibiza itself will heal you. Anyway. But the description that my guides channeled for this journey is just so beautiful. Out of anything that's ever been channeled before, this one has just, wow. And I was rereading it because I was doing some promotion for Ibiza, and my guides suddenly gave me this amazing idea. They were like, you need people to hear this description. And so I was like, okay. So I decided to record it, and they said, if people are on the fence about Ibiza and they're not sure if they're going to be there, get them to listen to the recording. And actually, I think this is a really good way for anything. Like if there's a workshop that's maybe out of your budget, or something that you're struggling with that's maybe out of your budget and you're not sure you can afford it, say it out loud. Say the description of the workshop into your phone, into a dictaphone, and sit back in a meditative state and listen. And you'll be so surprised about if you feel connected to it or not, and if you're meant to be there or not. It's a new technique, but it's definitely something I'm going to use for when I'm not sure if I'm going to go on someone else's retreat or something like that. So I'll give you a mini version now for the Ibiza retreat. Good. If you close your eyes and just breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Someone's just said Northern Ibiza totally healed them after a breakup in 2007. Ley lines galore. It's so true. It's the most magical place in the world, I think. So yeah, just breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. And come into the part of yourself that listens. And just allow yourself to sit here, to be here, to listen here. And all you need to do is listen to the description of this journey and decide. Listen and decide if you are called, if you are meant to be there. This is a journey of experiencing light, dancing with light in the waves, seeding light memory in the sand and honoring the light of the sun, the light of the moon, and the light of the ancient ones. It is a journey of returning to forgotten times and remembering the aspects of ourselves that are so full of light only they know how to shine. This is a journey, it is a pilgrimage into the past and the present, one of communing with the beauty of Ibiza's elements and letting the island's goddess Tanit lead us. It is a journey of every colored fire and ancient listening. It is a journey of self, light, and service. You will discover the treasures that are buried within yourself and the land. Ibiza always teaches us to be beautiful, strong, and free. And this time she will gift us these lessons from the deep memories of sand, sea, and secret beaches. And just take a moment to know if that journey calls you. How is that, Karen?
Oh my God. I wanted to stay there. Can I just go now? Forget the rest. I just want to go there now. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Beautiful. We're just entering such magical times. Not that we aren't always in magical times, but at the moment it's palpable. I mean, my God, it's palpable everywhere. It's just so beautiful. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous.
I just think it's I'm using it to tell you guys about Ibiza because I want as many light workers as are meant to be there. But I also think it's such a fabulous way of actually finding out if you're meant to be somewhere.
Yes.
And so use it as a technique, I think.
Yes.
And I've posted up, you should see the Ibiza offer, which will just open another tab to more information about it. If you do feel called to come, we'd love to have you. And there are places available and flights are so cheap at the moment. So the time is now if you are feeling called. And if you're not, you're going to be where you're meant to be. So don't feel any pressure if you're like, no, that's not for me. That's as good to know. Being indecisive is what wastes our time and energy, I think, very often. Anyway, I think we should have some questions. So please, if anybody has questions about things we've spoken about, things that you want to know about, or just anything you want to say, now is the time. Somebody said, Bob Proctor challenges you to book a holiday, vacation, workshop, etc., and the money will come to you, proving the law of attraction and abundance. That is so resonant for what we're about this time. And also, you know, it's so true. I wanted to go on retreat once and I didn't have the money. And I said to the universe, if you want me to go on this retreat, then you need to give me the money. And I promise you, a bank I have never heard of before wrote to me and said, Katie Tucker, you have £500, which was the exact amount I needed for the retreat, in an account with us.
Do you know what that puts me in mind of? Is like, show me the money, show me the money. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
Sometimes the universe wants.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, sometimes the universe wants you to challenge it. Like, sometimes the universe wants you to have fun with it, you know, and be like, come on then.
And then they have such a great sense of humor up there, whoever they are. I mean, it's just, I mean, magical things happen and they so often just make me laugh. I just think, you know, they have a better sense of humor than we have, whoever, as I say, whoever they may be.
And keep sending your questions and comments, guys. We'd love to hear from you. This is kind of question time. But while we're waiting for them, because there is a delay from us to you, we'll just, we had a competition last week, didn't we, Karen, for an amazing coaching session with you.
We had, drum roll, we had a competition, but that is not quite a competition. We asked people to write in and say, would you like to win a coaching session with me by giving us the password of the card that we had that day? So I'm going to pick the winners. That is to say, no, I'm not picking them. Katie's picking them. I have them here. So here we are, drum roll. So, Katie, are you ready?
Yes.
Pick a number from 1 to 63.
55.
55. Okay, that is Shirley Ann. So,
Ooh.
Shirley Ann, congratulations. You want a coaching session with me. You will get an email telling you about it and telling you how we're going to set this up. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you. So that's really exciting. Well done. Now, it's Easter month. The time of expansion, the time of receiving, the time of abundance, the time of manifestation. So I'm going to go one step further and give a second person, runner-up, a half a coaching session, which will be about 30 to 45 minutes. And you might think, well, what the heck can we do in 30, 45 minutes? Let me tell you that we were trained in laser coaching, which was 12 to 15 minutes, and we had to get people to a place to get moved on. So we can work with one issue. We obviously can't deal with everything, but we can deal with one thing. So I'm going to give a second person the opportunity to have a half a coaching session with me, or a short laser session with me, if you like to call it. Now, once again, drum roll, I'm going to ask Katie to find a number. Tell me a number between 1 and 63.
44.
Perfect. Look at that. That is Sonal.
Oh.
Sonal. I'm not sure if I mispronounce your name. I'm really sorry. I apologize. Again, I look forward to meeting you. You will also get an email from me and hear how we're going to set up a coaching session. And I look forward to meeting both of you. Congratulations to Shirley Ann and to Sonal, and I look forward to meeting you.
Oh.
So,
That's fabulous. Thank you for that, Karen.
You're welcome.
For those of you listening at this time, we're only running competitions on the 1st of the month. So you'll have to tune in on April 1st for our next freebie giveaway competition. But we do have an amazing offer that we'll be sharing at the end of this webinar. So there is something for you, for those of you that listened in live. And there'll be plenty more comps. I manifest that every single person that ever listens to Magic Month will one day get a prize, one way or another. So anybody have any questions or anything to say? Oh, someone said that the Ibiza came to them in the Med. Honestly, Ibiza is she's a goddess island. She's amazing. Okay, well, if nobody's got any questions, if they are delayed, we will answer them, but we're just going to keep moving on until we hear
yeah, and at that point, I'd like to also interject and say you can send us questions even after the show, or you can send us questions by emails and suggestions. We will not be able to answer everybody's questions, but what we will do is collate what you've sent to us so that we can put together in future and address the things that particularly interest you, so we can go into areas that particularly interest you, and let us know what you find particularly useful. And the other thing is, if you find it useful, if you are enjoying the show here, please do tell your friends. If everybody just tells 2 or 3 of their friends, then we can get the message out there. And frankly, if we can make the world fuller of happier, joyful people, wouldn't that be good for all of us?
Definitely, and at the end I will be putting up a link to the Facebook group, so you can join the Facebook group where you can also put questions and things up. But I think it might be time for the card of the month.
Good, yes.
Card of the fortnight, actually, because we had a card at the beginning of the month. So I picked, the cards really called me this time. It's the Through the Eyes of the Soul cards. And they're very they're deep, which makes sense because we're going deep in through this wave of energy that we're in. So let's pick one for us collectively. Ah, perfect. It says adapt to a new situation.
That's beautiful.
And so, and it's also, I love it. Like it's got this total goddess theme going on, which if you listen to the first Your Magic Month, you'll know like a lot of the energy that's happening is very, very goddess. And I think, you know, there's a huge healing happening on the divine feminine, especially this month. And that manic energy that we're talking about at the beginning, that is the divine feminine that's feeling a manic, whether you are male or female. It's the creative, abundant, divine feminine side of ourselves that are feeling quite manic, because so much of this energy is pouring into the divine feminine aspects of our energy body. And another way to really balance that is to connect to the masculine, is to sit with Shiva's energy, to just tune into what the masculine means to you and just meditate on it. One of the things I find is that the masculine is so sacred. And so anything, whatever the word sacred means to you, you will find the masculine inside of it. And just being in that energy just allows this very wired, electric, divine feminine side of your energy just to relax. And we'll do that at the closing meditation. We'll do a bit of this masculine, feminine balancing to close.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we have something to tell you guys.
Go ahead, you go.
So me and Karen have decided that because the energies are so ripe for manifesting and magicking, that's what I call manifesting, I call it magicking, in April, that, you know, and we've done a lot of work together actually on our own manifesting journeys. And like, we've decided to run a course that helps you to harness this amazing time of manifesting, and it's called Manifesting 101. And even if you know how to manifest, you should always keep learning about it, because it changes all the time how you manifest, depending on what's going on energetically, for one thing, depending on what's going on with you. But on top of that, there's also this real, in my own journey with manifesting, I've really found that there is one thing that is so missing from so many books and films about manifesting. There is like this missing ingredient that actually means that like all of those things would work if you just do this one major thing that gets in the way of you manifesting. If you sorted that out, all of those other amazing techniques from all of these amazing courses and books that you've all read probably, or maybe haven't read, they can happen, but not if you don't deal with this core thing first. So really that's the focus of the course.
Yeah.
Karen, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, we've been on this journey for a long time, and we've done a lot of work with all these things, and it is so frustrating because you think, it's working for everybody else, and why is it not working for me? And there are so many rules out there, and you know, it's all wonderful to have affirmations on all these kind of things, but you can say them all day long. If you don't put these things together in the proper way, that's why they call it a law of attraction, but it's actually the law of the universe. It's not just a law of attraction we have to work with. These are laws that's how it works. And if you don't have the right, it's a bit like a recipe. If you don't have all the ingredients and you don't know how to do it, if you just get a small bit of a recipe, it's just not going to work. So, and then you get frustrated. And unfortunately, when you get frustrated and you get into resistance, it makes it even worse. So we'd like to just say, okay, this is definitely, I mean, this is definitely a fantastic time for manifesting. As I say, I can see it happening with clients. I can see the stuff that's happening everywhere. It's just magical. It really is magicking. And so what we've decided to do is we use that amazing energy of the new moon, and we're going to work up. So we're going to make it really intense, where we have an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, 3 days on the trot. So we're going to start, I believe it's the 5th, is that right? Yeah. Or is it the 4th? 5th?
The 5th. It's the 5th.
5th, 6th, and 7th of April, so that we finish off on the new moon, and we're going to really use the ceremony on the new moon to really anchor it in. So we hope that you will join us on this 3-day magic-y journey. I'm already looking forward to it.
I know, I'm so excited. We're going to be doing so much, you know, from really practical tips on manifesting, really kind of getting that understanding on the both sides of the brain, both the left and the right side of the brain, to the really kind of practical understanding it, to really kind of energetically experiencing it. We're going to have a massive clearing of all of the things that are in the way of your manifesting, and then we're going to manifest as a group on the new moon, which is the most powerful time to manifest. And whatever you do in a group, its law of numbers is more powerful. And so it's going to be such a beautiful, joyful, intense, magical, supercharging, powerful journey. And we're doing a special offer for your Magic Month listeners as well, aren't we, Karen?
Yes, we've decided that we're going to make this accessible for everybody, because there are so many things that you can do out there. But we really want to, this is the first time we're offering this, and I don't think we're ever going to offer it like this again. So we really want to get people the opportunity to jump in. So we're going to have this available for £33 for the 3 days. So that's £11 per evening, that you're going to get this full energy, this full power, and understand step by step what it takes for you to get into that manifesting power. It's just going to be wonderful. I can't wait for it.
And you also get on top of that a PDF with loads of extra bits of advice, like PDF workbook. We'll set up a little mini Facebook group, because I've done courses like this before, and I'm telling you, you get held in the energy of these courses, and magic just starts to happen even when you're not actually on the webinar, because you're just held in the flow and the energy of it. So there'll be kind of a live sharing private Facebook group. And for the first 5 people that sign up, either from listening live now or from the replay, we're going to offer an extra Q&A session, which will be a private Q&A session for just 10 people max. We're offering 5 now and 5 at the next Your Magic Month. And that's a real opportunity for you to go, okay, you know, to get some one-on-one time with me and Karen around your manifesting. So it's to help you make a decision, which is such a huge part of manifesting. My guides say that in decision is the moment when intention becomes action. So it's actually, the decision is actually the moment when you manifest. And so we're encouraging decision making. The offer is up. If you look on your screens, you should see it. You just click the book now button, and you can book it now. And if you're one of those first 5, then you will get this extra session thrown in. So it will be like less than £5 per hour, because the sessions are longer than an hour. It's really an amazing way to harness the energies, and we really hope you can make it.
Yeah. And the thing that I'd like to add here is that this is not a course that you buy and you listen to and then you're kind of done. This is a course that is really active. So for you to take part requires for you to sit down with us, consider it that you're coming to a room with us and we're doing the work together. Because one thing I have learned is to read stuff and have it up here actually is no good at all. You need to experience it. It's all experiential. That's when the magic happens. So you need to come into the room. We'll give you the workbook. You follow along. You get the steps, step by step by step. And then you can step into your power to really make it happen for you. It's going to be fantastic. And as Katie said, the magic of a group, I mean, the power of any group is so much greater. It's always exponential. It's not 1 and 1 is 2. It's 1 and 1 is 10, and 1 and 1 and 1 is 100. It's just fantastic, and we can hold each other in that space. It's going to be beautiful. I'm looking forward to it so much.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it, and we hope that lots of you your Magic Month tribe can join us for that. One thing I would like to say is that this time in general, from this gateway, through this really rainbow portal, magic, manifesting time, the biggest thing to do is to be expanded. Every time you feel it's too much, expand, just grow, just allow your aura to shine, just breathe out, expand, get bigger. And do that when you manifest as well, because the more expanded you are, the more connected you are to your unlimited self. And that is how you, that's how you manifest, that's how you clear the past, that's how you evolve. We are in an expanding universe, kind of the most basic natural law of dealing with anything or doing anything is to expand. And so, and especially in springtime, where everything is expanding, everything is doing this like opening, expanding, here we are wave. So yeah, go with it, expand. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the next 2 weeks, Karen? Or does anyone have any questions or anything they want to say or share? We'd love to hear from you.
No, I just think it's exciting. I can't wait to see what unravels and what comes up and what is going to be presented. And it's just go with the flow, you know, put your intentions out there, go with the flow, enjoy, and realize that, yes, as Katie said, we're expanding. We're always, the whole universe is expanding at such a rapid rate, and we expand with it. So we you know, we can just jump in and enjoy and experience what it is that we want to experience. So cool stuff. And I realize it's already 8:10.
I know, we're going to have to close now, guys. What I'm going to do is I'll leave the offer up, so for the manifesting course. So you can open the tab. You're not going to lose us if you want to click on it. It doesn't mean you buy straight away. It just means you find out more about it. And then at the very end, I'm going to put the Facebook link up, because we'd really like you to like us on Facebook and spread the word about your Magic Month, because really this project is to help people that are feeling busy, that are feeling maybe they don't have time to read through loads of stuff, or to get out, or for some reason, for whatever reason, they can't get out to loads of stuff, and they just want to find their light tribe, find their community, find a chance to connect and tune in and find out. And we want as many people that are in that situation to be reached. So we would be really grateful if you would like us on Facebook and send us out to your friends. I will put that link up at the end. I also just want to say that a friend of mine texted me, and her dad, who I've been doing healings for, and the results have been great, but he's very ill, and I haven't been able to get to him for a while. And she texted me today, and she's just like, oh, he's been into hospital and he's got all of these bugs and things that are going wrong, and he really needs some energy. Can you send him a remote healing? And I was like, it's Magic Month Day. I'm going to get everyone to send him a remote healing. And so if you would please join me in this meditation, first to send healing and then to close our circle together, I would be so grateful. If anyone has healings and people they know that need healings, you can email them to us. We will do our best to include names in group healings as often as possible. And we will also call in your loved ones into this healing. So if you would open your heart to that now and join us now, we'd be so grateful. And yeah, please, if you've got any comments or anything to share, do post on Facebook, get in touch. So closing your eyes and breathing in love and breathing out gratitude, breathing in love and breathing out gratitude, breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. And just taking a moment to connect to the light, feeling the light flowing through you into your energy body and down into the core of the earth, feeling the light aligning you with all that is above and all that is below, feeling yourself being anchored into the earth, grounded into the earth, and just opening your heart and all of your healing potential to this healing, and inviting the higher self of anyone you love who needs healing to join our circle now, to come into the middle of our consciousness circle that was opened at the beginning of this journey together. And just feeling all of these higher self energies coming in. And just holding the intention to give Norman, the man that I know that needs healing, and all of these other higher self energies, any healing that is needed. And as you experience them in the center of our circle, send them love. Feel the love from your heart shining into the center of the circle, shining into Norm's heart and into the hearts of the higher selves, of the people that have come for healing today. As you open your heart to this flow of sending healing, feel a green healing light from above, the healing energy of Archangel Raphael coming down into your crown center, down into your heart, and shining in through your heart into those souls that are in the center of the circle. This soothing, green, peaceful, balancing, healing light, holding the intention in your heart that it'll go wherever it needs to go in that person's body, in those people's hearts, and in those people's energy fields. And feeling the green light of Mother Earth, the healing green energy of Mother Earth coming up into your heart, and also shining through the love that runs from your heart into the circle. And feel that green light going in to the hearts, bodies, and energy fields of the people that are in the center of the circle. And as you are a conduit for these two healing energies, just send your love and light to them now. And feel their love and gratitude coming back to you. And we close our circle now by asking these higher self energies to return to wherever they are meant to be. and just being with ourselves. And we welcome the sacred masculine energy within ourselves, just to hold the divine feminine that is experiencing just a shift. And just feel the sacred masculine inside yourself, this ancient quiet part of you, this very, very still, direct energy inside you, just holding the divine feminine. And is feeling quite electric inside of you. And just feel the divine feminine sinking into this masculine embrace. Being grounded and supported. And notice how this divine feminine electric energy feels calmer and safer, and more able to unfold, and more able to shift. And just breathe in love, and breathe out gratitude. Taking a moment just to listen to what you need to know. And we are so grateful for you and to you for taking the time to listen, taking the time to share, for taking the time to do this healing, and for just being you. Just let everything balance now. And I'm going to put up our Facebook page. And all you need to do is click the link, and it will take you straight to our Facebook page. And breathe in love, and breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love, and breathe out gratitude.